All right, so my husband's laughing at me, but I already made this video and I'm not even recording, but I am finishing up some stuff that we got from the CSA share, the basket. We got these acorn squash. They're a very pretty color. Probably a couple weeks before the end. It ended like 2 weeks ago. I think it was like September 27th was my last pickup. But I mean, these squash, they keep in the cupboard or whatever for a month or two. So I figure I'd make a little, I guess we'll have our early dinner. It's Saturday, so we're kind of just hanging out, trying to stay warm. It's pretty cold and rainy. But I'm going to make a stuffed acorn squash. The stuffing, I'm using my great-grandmother's cast iron skillet that she gave me a couple years ago. But it is onion, celery, sausage. Next is sage and rosemary. The sausage is sage sausage. It's like pretty much a stuffing. After that, a whole apple, and we went apple picking last weekend. I used one of the apples that we picked, some dried cranberries, salt, pepper, and 3 cups of, I use like the Pepperidge Farms stuffing, chicken stock, and some melted butter to, for flavor and to get it all kind of like a good consistency. It looks great. So what I'll be doing is stuffing these pretty high onto the acorn squash and putting them back in the oven. So I already baked these. They're a little tender. This one's huge because I didn't cut it so good, but this one's very nice and tender back here. But what I did was kind of like try to mash the bottom to create more room. And some of the bottoms aren't so tender. But I've already cooked these on 350 for 20 minutes. And what I'll do is I'll stuff them and then bake these again for like another 20 or 30 minutes. So the acorn squash is really tender. I'm also going to put some steaks on the grill. It's pretty early, so I guess we'll have an early dinner. But these are the ribeyes that I got from Costco a couple weeks ago. This morning I seasoned with Montreal steak seasoning, some olive oil, and some soy sauce. And it's that marinade is on the back of the Montreal steak seasoning. It's very good. So I'm just sitting out the meat so it can kind of come up to temperature before I put it in the grill. Because you're not really supposed to put like cold meat like right out the fridge on the grill. So so yeah, this is something I always use. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna come back when the acorn squash is done. All right.